Now, normally I'll do a news video on a Monday, but I thought, you know what? It's a quiet day today, so why don't I do some of that today? Let's start with the unfortunate news for Ottawa fans, which is Chabot is scheduled to be out for 3 weeks with an upper body injury. 3 weeks without their number one defenseman, the guy who's made everybody forget about Carlson. Now he's hurt, playing the Carlson role, I guess you could say. Carlson seemed to get injured regularly, so maybe that's part of Chabot's deal. You're like, all right, now if you're going to be the new Carlson, you have to get injured once a season. I'd rather not. It's right here. Well, it's in the contract. Byfuglien's out until at least the All-Star break, and they're saying at least. It looked like from the replay last night of what happened that it's likely ankle, highly likely ankle, and it's either going to be some kind of a break or more likely it's ligament, ankle ligaments. Trying to skate on bad ankle, yeah, I can't even imagine. That would just be awful. So yeah, Byfuglien's out until the All Star break minimum. Paul Maurice said that, and so people are going to focus on the All Star break, but I think that's a minimum amount of time that he's going to be out. I also wanted to point out, and this is, because it's Sunday, every fan base claims ref bias. I stay out of it. I stay as far. I don't know if you guys have noticed when I talk and review videos, there are times where I'll mention like it was a weird call or probably shouldn't have been or should have been. But the other thing I've noticed too, and I noticed this last night a lot, maybe it's because there were 15 games on and I'm flipping around between games, but no matter what penalty's called, you will see a player in that penalty box arguing it wasn't his fault. He didn't do it. And that wasn't him. And the other guy should have got the penalty. It's one of the things that happens in all sports. It happens in baseball, basketball, football, every sport, every fan base everywhere will claim that the guys in black and white, those referees and those darn linesmen are out to get them. It's interesting. Of course, in baseball, it would be the umpire, right? I know there aren't referees and linesmen in baseball, although there are is that a fair ball? Is it a foul ball? That was clearly a fair ball. What's he doing calling it? It's just one of those things I find kind of funny because, again, while I understand that a bad call can completely change the complexion of a game, I have yet to see a player high stick somebody in the face and then go to the box and go, ref, that was a good call. You caught me. I thought for sure I got away with sticking him in the face, but you caught me. Oh, no, thank you, good sir. You do some fine work. And to hear, let's say, the home team is Pittsburgh. To see like, oh, Kessel's getting a penalty. See all the Pittsburgh fans going, bravo, that was clearly a penalty on Kessel. He got that. That's fantastic. It's this weird thing with sports. So I wanted to throw it into this video. Hutchinson was added to the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday on the news that Freddie Anderson's out day to day. Now it's supposed to be major. Clearly, if it was major, they wouldn't have got Hutchinson. I'm not trying to insult Hutchinson. They gave up a 5th-round pick in 2020 for him, so it's not even for this draft. And Hutchinson's the guy who's passed through waivers numerous times. So this is to replace the depth they lost at the start of the year when Pickard and McElhinney. That's the other guy I'm looking for. McElhinney were lost on the waiver wire. And notice it's not Pickard they're picking up. I would think that Arizona would listen to them on a call for Pickard, but Toronto's probably like, So they got Hutchinson, which is fine. He can back up Sparks. And then as soon as Anderson's healthy again, he'll be good to go. Jamie Benn answered the Lights quotes with simple, I don't play for him kind of attitude. And he and Tyler Seguin have discussed how they, they're there for Dallas and they're Dallas Stars and saying all the right things, and that's fine. Doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal. But I really wish there was a better way for the owner to have done, or CEO, I should say, to have done this. Like, maybe not do it. 3 teams have reached the midway mark of their seasons. The Chicago Blackhawks, Vancouver Canucks, and Vegas Golden Knights have all played 41 games. Vegas has 48 points, Vancouver has 42, and Chicago has 36. The most surprising number of the 3 is Vancouver at 42, meaning they're 1 game above 500. I did not expect that. I might have expected Chicago to be in that 42 range and Vancouver to be in the 36 range. But it goes to show that we're already halfway through the season for a few of these teams. It's been very, very interesting. And for Vegas, they're on pace for 96 points, which would get them into the playoffs in all likelihood. They may end up getting up to around 100. I at no point in the offseason thought they'd get 109 or more again this year. But that's a decent total for a team that didn't exist 18 months ago. I wanted to touch on Tampa as well. Tampa's currently sitting with a record of 37-2. So 30 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime or shootout losses. They have 62 points. They're on pace for 130. To put this into historical perspective, the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens have 132. They had 60 wins. Now, I need to mention, of course, that the Montreal Canadiens had 60 wins when we had no overtime. There was no overtime and no shootouts. I also need to mention that of Tampa's 30 wins, 3 of them have been via a shootout. So that is something that will lead to them having asterisks should they break all those records. However, it's still impressive. The 95-96 Detroit Red Wings had 131 points and 62 victories. And of course, when they got those 62 victories to break the Habs record, the first thing Montreal fans said was, "You got some of those victories in overtime. We didn't have that option." And it's true. Montreal put up an impressive record. The one caveat I'd put on that is this. This is 130 points in the salary cap era. It is really, truly amazing in salary cap era. Meant to encourage parity. And here's Tampa making a mockery of the rest of the league. Night in and night out. I don't know if they hit that 132 points, but I thought 39 games into the season with 62 points, I'd be remiss not to at least mention it. And that'll be something that we can start tracking if they keep winning at this pace. It's been intimidating, amazing, and you feel like maybe with Tampa you're starting to see something special. So there you go. Just sort of news and notes of the day. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.